Hey guys, it's Main here again. Got another person asking for another IE review, so I figured why not? Go for it. I did ask if he'd like to see anything in particular. He did mention some things, but just quickly today we have Ziviz. Ziviz mentioned, sort of reached out to me on Discord. And again, if you guys would like as well, as always, if you guys do want your IE reviewed, reach out to me on Discord, Main Z. I'll be able to respond. Typically, what I've been doing, just so you guys know, is they send me a message, they give me some general overview of what they want done with their account, and then I record the video, give sort of my thoughts in written and verbal form. I do try to keep some things separate kind of here and there, just because there's a lot of text to write, there's a lot of speech to speak, so I don't get everything I say when I'm writing it and when I'm speaking it, and vice versa, so on and so forth. So if you guys do want an IE review, go ahead and reach out to me on Discord. I'll send you a write-up of what I think. That way you can start working on things immediately. Then when the video comes out, you can watch through it, see if I didn't mention anything in the text, that we'll be able to start working on that too. Sort of as a dual edge thing you can start working on your account. Typically, I try to put whatever I say into the text format. It just happens that I think of things after the fact, or I just don't explicitly mention in the video. That I may want to expand a bit more in the text. So hopefully this helps a little bit more. So today we have Ziviz reached out to me. Let's go ahead and see what he had to say. That's quite a lot there. It's just a wall of text. Give a little insight on my current plans and goals for the account. Currently pushing World 6 with 8 out of 9 tunes, always active DK or ES for rare drops, depending on which drop table, or Bubo for liquids. World 5 keys for gem farming. V-Man can catch up with speedrun later. Yes, he can. Other than that, I just earlier today finished farming troll gear for everyone. Just need to wait for the bars to craft it now. Sorry about that. Another current goal is to farm gems to finish the permanent upgrades for World 6. Really want to get those farming upgrades ASAP. Other than that, some goals I want to tackle in the near future are maxing skill mastery in most skills, not the very hard ones like cooking. Work on construction mastery and all my saved candy on eclipses. Just waiting on some more damage upgrades before I start popping all them candies. And super chowing the BB. Love Berserker. Other than that, always working on alchemy bubbles, following the Scully auto reviewer, so currently trying to get all scaling bubbles to 85% efficiency, also putting some atoms in Bob bubbles from time to time, and always working on World 6 skills, of course. Perfect. Looking forward to see the write-up in the video. Thanks a lot in advance. Hey, thanks, man. So, generally what I get from that, he's doing quite a few things. He's pushing World 6, seems like he's trying to do it actively, and he's maintaining his Bubo, doing cranium cooking, trying to get keys for World 6 to farm gems, and also crafting gear. Sorry if you hear Discord, I see people messaging me trying to get some help. Again, a little shout out if you guys do want your IE reviewed, go ahead and message me on Discord. And he also has some goals after he sort of pushes World 6 to max out skill mastery and do some cooking and work on bubbles and all that fun stuff. So like most people when they're trying to progress, I feel like he has a lot of goals at once that kind of conflict. Mainly he's pushing, but also doing Bubo cranium cooking and also progressing bubbles and trying to get keys and finish upgrades for his characters. And anyways, it's best, I kind of like the idea of snowballing your account. So doing one thing at a time and it ramps, that way you can progress things a little bit faster. It tends to help if you have some guidance, like, I kind of do here, just so you can I suppose more efficiently try to snowball things. So, I mean, let's look generally how his characters are. I see some of your characters are, I imagine you're probably moving this character around when you updated it, so he's not doing anything, but generally it looks like he's got star signs pushed a little bit. He's at ceramic spirits right now, skilling on his V-Man. Yeah, he's got 2 Bubos, not the best meta, but I mean, it works. And let's just look at his prayers real quick. So yeah, it looks like he's got the balance of pain for multi-kill per tier. So he's probably a dungeon enjoyer because he's got the vascous tissues. Vacuous tissues, not vascous. Go ahead and look real quick at dungeons to see if he's got that done. Yeah, he's got that one maxed out. It's good to see. For those of you who don't know, the vulnerable dungeon is a really good power boost for you. If you're ever looking for power and you haven't completed the dungeons, absolutely go back and do it. It's got some really strong things like the 50 talent points. As other people have mentioned, it is 50 talents per tab. So tab 1, tab 2, tab 3, tab 4, and I believe star talents as well. Getting some bonus weapon power, always nice, just more damage for your characters, and AFK gains is also a really good one. This applies to fighting AFK gains, skilling AFK gains, all around. It's something you need later game, so absolutely go back, upgrade these if you guys haven't. It's a really good boost to your account. Anyways, going back, he's got his key quests done. That's good. I see he's farming countercard keys. He's got 500 colo tickets, so he's in a good position to even start green food farming. Which, I think he doesn't have the beanstalk? He does. Yeah, he just got the beanstalk. Perfect. Okay. Onwards. So let's start kind of backwards, actually. I usually go stamps forward through the different worlds in a natural progression type style stuff. I want to go backwards this time. So he doesn't have any pristine charms. Like I said, he's probably like a free-to-play account, which is completely fine. You can get these naturally as drops. They are extremely rare, but you can get them naturally, so you don't have to spend gems in the gem shop for it. Or you can buy gems, which he is gem farming to do on a free-to-play account. So I'm assuming he's free-to-play. I actually don't know, but yeah. That being said, I wonder if... I actually don't know if he has any companions. He should have some companions. I don't know what IE actually says or not. It's kind of hard to judge these the World 6 skills just because some of the UI isn't updated. You can't really... we don't know too much about how to progress these all that well. I mean, he seems to be... I don't even know which floor he's on, what his detection rate is, so I can't really help here. I just hope you're doing sort of the right things. I know familiar upgrade in summoning is really good, just for getting EXP. If you have the purple one unlocked, doesn't look like you do yet, there is a upgrade in the purple slot for familiar skipping, so you get a better familiar sometimes, and you get more EXP per hour. Other thing you can do for summoning is the stamps. Absolutely upgrade these when you can. You can upgrade these really easily right now. More white essence gain is really good. PRC essence gain obviously really good as well when you get purple. So I mean, not right now, get it. Try to get the triad essence stamp as soon as you can, so we can get green, yellow, and blue. All of those are available right now and they're really easy to push. So absolutely try to get this when you can. This one is really difficult. I managed to get it yesterday somehow by sheer luck. I was able to get this. I mean, I did have like 10,000 like mana, but I managed to stall something out. I had both of us down to 1 HP, and I summoned an 8 Vrumby, which is how you get this quest completed. So yeah, that's it's really nice for getting summoning EXP. It really pushes you quite forward. I was at I think 6 before EXP multi, and I'm at 7 because I upgraded this a few times. But nonetheless, really good. He does have most of the stamps from World 6. Just actually, he has all the stamps from World 6, just minus the Void Axe stamp and Sussy Gene quest line. Yeah, that's pretty good. Cool. Anyways, that's summoning. I don't really know much. I don't really know how to give you much of a guide for it specifically. It's really kind of slow progression. My best advice is try to get your HP higher than the enemy's attack power, or when you're like really late game, if you have a lot of mana regen from the nodes like mana generation here, mana overflows required, starting mana for real. Those are really good for trying to push your mana regeneration, that way you can spawn more units in the battle. Honestly, once you get later game in summoning, it's kind of quantity over quality. So I mean, you can have kind of underpowered tunes because I mean, generally it takes a lot of summoning essence to really push anything. So you need a lot of people on the board to really push anything. So that's my advice. Getting a lot of dodge, getting Vrumbies up, a lot of mana generation is really the key there. But yeah, moving on to more concrete stuff that can really help out. So he's got all the gods unlocked. It's pretty good. Yeah, I imagine, like I said, he's probably dootless. So, I mean, he seems to be doing pretty good. Your ES can link to 2 different gods, so I imagine he's linked to Harriet for just the bonus, and probably linked to Arctis and his talents. If you need to know how to do that, I think Idleon Wiki has a good thing for it. I would recommend trying to get your divinity up to like 70 or 80. I think 70 or 80 is like the maximum level of divinity. That way you can get a higher minor passive for the gods. You see the gods have a minor passive, a minor link bonus. This will increase based off of both your big P bubble in alchemy and your maximum level of divinity for the character, your level of divinity for the character. So that'll scale to some level once you get big P up to 90% and you get your character's divinity up to, I think, 70 or 80, something like that. Anyways, yeah. Sailing. Okay. So I think, you do have Eldritch in almost everything. In everything. These are the new relics that are with the Jade Emporium, which you can't get yet. But you have Eldritch everything that's perfect. So you shouldn't be lacking in damage all that much. You do have 75 max talent levels. Pretty good. So nothing really to say in sailing. Yeah, you're kind of all over the place, which is fine. Going to cooking. Looks like you also got a big boost from World 6. Like I said in previous videos, you have some meals you can probably easily upgrade. You can use like 1 or 2 ladles here and there just to upgrade your meals. If you want at least time to, you can't do 60 yet, obviously, but at least time to cook next is what I do in IE. Go through one by one to try to upgrade these when you can. Try to focus the meal cooking speed. I think you've done that, and you're doing pretty good in that regard. So yeah, whenever you get the opportunity to, try to upgrade those as much as you can. As well, if you're able, the Atom Collider bonus fluoride. If you are able to upgrade this, it only costs 290,000 atoms, and you're almost there. It's pretty good for increasing cooking speed. Apart from that, I also want to check, is your V-Man boosted in that one talent? So yeah, he's got Blood Marrow up to 245, which is what you want. This scales per level of the meal, so it increases your cooking speed by a multiplicative level when you level up your meals. This combined with Diamond Chef, combined with the Atom, is how you boost cooking speed by quite a lot, in addition to the multipliers that World 6 gives you for like summoning, for the star sign, all that stuff. So you're doing good in cooking. You generally know how to scale things, so it's good there. I want to get back on track, try to figure out what I can do. So I mean, you have a pretty good overall view of what you need to do. I mean, you progressed World 5, you progressed World 4 quite nicely. I mean, you are almost through all the territories. You should progress World 6 a little bit more so you can unlock them. Yeah, I think you should really take, my best suggestion is probably focusing on skilling and I guess just bubo cooking is my best suggestion. So for that, I would really try to recommend getting your skilling bubbles up to 90%. I see you said 85 is what you're trying to do right now, which is good. I'd recommend really trying to push 90% right now for you. So getting things like Hocus Chopus up, getting Labrain Tools up, getting Tree Sleeper, getting Severe Purple. These, I think it's 240. 270. Okay, so 270 is the level for 90% for Severe Purple. Tree Sleeper, I don't know what it is. Mine should be there-ish. Yeah, 360 or so. So yeah, try to get those up to 90%. You'll see a massive increase to your chopping prints when you do them. Also as well, I'll check what's your 3D printer looking like. I don't know if you're at 90%, but definitely double check to see if you're at 90% for your characters. You are printing 1 billion per hour, but your base print's only 248 on this character, 109, 213. So yeah, you're doing pretty good in that aspect. I would just recommend, like I said, pushing these to 90%. That was a big boost for me as well. Getting some of these levels up as well. You have the God Shard bar vial unlocked for skill efficiency. It's pretty good. You have these up for chopping, mining, catching, fishing efficiency. That's pretty good. I just recommend getting more vials up to 13 if you can. If you are able, try to get this up to 13. Thread is the easier of the production resources to max out. So yeah, I'd try to do that. One thing that helped me as well is I often printed with my V-Man during the speedrun to get some of the mob files up. So I'd go through World 3, go through on your V-Man, do the speedrun, and try to print the pens, the slush, snow slurry vial, the sippy cup, the lenses. If you're able to get there, the World 4 vials as well. I imagine you already pushed a rift enough to a point where you are able to get vial mastery, so the more vials you have at 13, the better. So try to push the mob vials with V-Man if you can. And back to bubbles. You focused a lot on mage, like most of us have, so good on you. I try to get this up try to get Mage Cauldron up to 90% capacity first, just because logs are the easiest thing to print and probably the first thing you'd hit at 1 billion prints, like a base print. So try to push this as much as you can, that we're able to hit 90%, because that's going to be the easiest thing to get to 1 billion for generally. It's really good for pushing alchemy. It's really good for vials if you need level 13 log vials. But generally, it's really good for atom generation. So absolutely try to get this up to 90% capacity as soon as you can. I'd recommend using Toolbox for that. Toolbox is a good tool where you can check the 90% capacity for a lot of the tools. So absolutely. Go ahead and do that. Go to account, roll 2, bubbles, and type in 90% here. You'll see how far off you are from some of the bubbles to 90%. So yeah, I'm pretty close here. I'm going back doing my archers right now. So I'll need 27 more levels in parentheses, 189 here. And 457 levels here for Sanic Tools to get that up to 90%. So yeah, you'll see in parentheses how many levels you need to add to your bubbles to get that. So for the most part, when you're hitting 90%, you're going to be doing that through atoms. So let's see how your atom generation, or not atom generation, but if you have boron maxed out. So you don't have boron maxed out. So you are in a good situation still. You are missing out on 4 extra clicks per day, which it's not bad, but it's something to look at. Before you do spend a lot of your time on the bubbles, one thing you should absolutely focus on before anything is getting Larry up. So you did recently get this up to 100%. I would take this a step further and get this to 110% chance. So for me, I believe that level's around 900, which is, or around 108% is what you should really be going for. Getting Larry up to level 900 is going to be extremely important, because you'll get an additional 8% chance whenever you use an atom or whenever you level up a bubble to get 3 levels instead of 2. So this does work similar to some other mechanics in the game, where if you push it past 100%, you'll get an extra chance to do it. So you'll get a guaranteed chance to upgrade it 2 times, with an additional X% chance to upgrade it 3 times. So try to use all your atoms that you can to upgrade this to level 900 whenever you can. Like I do this every single day. Yeah. In the meantime, for skilling as well, on your mages specifically, make sure you have your talents maxed out. So smart efficiency, log on logs, the leaf thief, the deforesting. It looks like you have these around 245. I imagine this is also counting your minimum levels as well. But get these up, book them up, and as well these nodes as well. That way. And these star talents, I don't know if you have these skilled in your other preset, but get those up to the max book level. Oh, and as well, AFK gains for all specialized skills, those as well. That way you don't have to wait on bubbles to really reprint or do a better print. You can just upgrade these talents. They'll give you some massive boost as well. You said you're upgrading your characters as well. Ooh, this is gonna be a good one. Getting the Divine Scarf gives you 25%, I think it's 25% all AFK gains. Yeah, all AFK gains. That is a massive increase to your print capacity, to your prints. So absolutely 100% try to get the Divine Scarf. I don't know where you are, like, okay, looks like, yeah, you are stuck here. So you have 9 out of 10. Okay, no. So you haven't done this yet. So yeah, you need to beat Nightmare Catacroc on all your characters. I imagine with World 6, this is probably going to be easier than it has been in the past, because you get the damage multiplier here. I don't know what your damage is on your V-Man. I imagine that's probably the thing that's holding you back. So really try to get, what was I saying? Try to get that merit achievement. That way you get the Divine Scarf recipe unlock. Because, I mean, your character has, you have the Strong Tooth of Divine. So you can upgrade this to the Divine Scarf, and this will massively increase your 3D print when you do unlock it, because 25 all AFK gains is absolutely crazy. And especially if you have the, I think, pendant chip from lab, you'll be able to boost this even further to 50% all AFK gain, which is a massive increase to your 3D print. So try to unlock that recipe, craft the scarf, and put it on your characters as soon as you can, because it's a huge upgrade for everyone in your account, no matter who they are. So absolutely try to do that. I want to say you hopefully have enough damage to try to do that. Maybe upgrade your gear if you aren't there yet. And as well for V-Man, if you're lacking in damage skilling, which I see what you're doing, is the biggest way to increase his damage. Which, I mean, you have pretty good skilling level. You're all like 100 plus in just about everything, World 1, World 2. So you're doing pretty good there. I don't know. I actually don't know if World 3 and 4 skills count towards skillage damage. But, I mean, yeah, try to do that. And as well, if you do need more damage, book skillage, because that'll increase the amount of damage that you do. So absolutely try to do that first. That would be a massive increase to your account damage as well. And obviously skilling prints as well. Okay, good. Yeah, after you get mage up to 90% capacity for skilling, go to the warrior cauldron, the power cauldron here. Try to do that as well. And one thing I also want to mention is, good, you have multi-tool stamp and you're leveling up quite actively, or you're trying to upgrade it as much as you can. Multi-tool stamp is a really good tool, and you do have the Jade Emporium upgrade for some of the other bubbles, some of the other stamps, sorry, for base efficiency, which is really good. And as well, you have a lot of your stamps upgraded as well, which is really good. So, I mean, you are doing pretty good. I'd maybe upgrade this a little bit more. It only takes a few iron ingots, or iron bars. It's not that terrible to upgrade. Yeah, I mean, you're doing pretty good. The only thing I think the next big upgrades for you are going to be getting Divine Scarf, getting these bubbles up to 90%, maybe increasing your stamp levels a little bit more. Use the Gilded Stamp upgrade plus the oxygen from Atom Collider to try to push this even further. You should be able to upgrade this maybe some more. You're just missing out on some dust modes to be able to upgrade this. I mean, it'll increase your skilling efficiency a little bit more. Apart from that, on your characters, upgrade your talents more. I think for the most part, your mages are kind of capped out on their talents. I mean, it looks to be that way. So, I mean, you're doing good in that regard. But for some of the characters where you don't have that yet, like if you need damage to kill Cattlecruck, upgrade skillage more, book skillage for your V-Man, that we have more damage there. And try to upgrade your Atom Collider. Focus on... Well, I suppose right now the push for you is going to be just pushing Larry, getting this to 900. Just so you have that extra 8% chance. You'll be kind of behind a little bit in your account for a few days, because you're going to be upgrading this quite a lot. You might lose some atoms over the next few days. I suppose if you're losing more atoms than you're gaining, which I suspect might be the case, kind of swap back and forth. Do like half your bubbles, half your atom boron upgrades in Larry. Do it in one of your scaling bubbles. That way you're kind of upgrading them at the same time. That way you can get more atoms by reprinting, getting your logs up. That way you can get more atom generation, and then you'll be able to upgrade Larry. Final note here as well regarding your skills. Regarding your atoms, sorry. When you have the ability to upgrade boron, what I'd recommend doing is hold off on upgrading it. Spend your atoms. Make sure you have enough to upgrade boron and spend even more atoms, because it'll kind of soft reset the amount of bubbles you're able to upgrade. So you'll get, I think, like 20 to 30 more upgrades in alchemy. So it's a nice little boost to your account. So say, for example, use your 46 atoms on Larry or Hocus Choppas, for example. Upgrade boron, you'll get 20 or 30 more upgrades that you can do in Hocus Choppas or Larry again. So you'll have that ability to upgrade it even further. So try to do that whenever you can. You obviously need more atom generation to be able to consider that. That's something you should keep in the back of your mind when you're going to upgrade your atoms. Okay, good. There's one more thing I want to check. I just can't remember what it is. Actually, I saw this in the back of my mind. I just want to mention it real quick. Diamond Chef, when you're done getting your bubbles up to 90%, when you're done getting Larry up to 900, try to focus Diamond Chef a little bit more. Atom it up is what I meant to say, because this will multiply your cooking speed even more. I know World 4 gave us a lot of bonuses, but those bonuses scale off the bonuses we already had prior to World 6. So try to upgrade Diamond Chef. You'll see your cooking speed skyrocket even further after this. So try to focus on that a little bit more. Yeah, you're doing pretty good. Just keep up the grind with your stamps. Multi-tool stamp is going to be one of the best ones. Apart from that, just generally upgrade your base stat stamps over here that we were able to push World 1 and World 2 skills a little bit more. I do think you're at 300% for multi-tool, for multi-resource chance, so you're doing pretty good there. And your tools are not looking bad either. So yeah, I mean, you are on the right way. Like I said, I think the best thing for you right now is doing skilling prints, and the best way for you to progress, that's going to be alchemy, getting Larry up, and getting Divine Scarf. So that'd be my suggestion. That should give you enough time to work on things. Hopefully that'll help you progress a little bit further in the future. And so far, you're not really doing that bad. You're not really neglecting too many aspects of your account. You're actually progressing pretty nicely. Skilling is one thing I'd really focus on, is my suggestion. Hopefully that'll help for a little bit. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me again on Discord. I'm always available if you have any follow-up questions. Anyways, thanks. I hope you have a great time. I hope to see you in a few weeks. See what you progress to. Thanks.